Thank you very much.
And
Okay.
the next one is Pzartech.
Hello.
Hi, Jeremy.
How are you doing? Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to introduce you to what we're doing. Just want to try to find a way to share my screen. Okay, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go. So as you know, there is a huge issue in the industry, and this issue is downtime, and it's very costly. When a plane is grounded, it is $10,000 an hour that are being wasted. When the extraction on an oil well is stopped, it is $470,000 a day that are being lost. And when an automotive assembly is coming to a standstill, it is $1.3 million an hour that are going through the drain. And a significant part of this downtime in corrective maintenance is related to the difficulty to identify parts. Because if you struggle to recognize hundreds or thousands of part number during reassembly, then you struggle accessing the information to fix the system. Because if you struggle to record hundreds of serial number during an inventory, then you waste a lot of time and generate a lot of mistakes. And this is the reason why we have created Snapr. Snapr is a very simple 3-step identification solution. The technician just needs a basic smartphone. He either pictures the part that we match with a catalog we built with our client to retrieve the part number, or pictures the serial number to extract it. And once the technician validates the recognition, he or she accesses more information or move forward in his or her inventory. And this saves a lot of time. And when I say a lot of time, it's really a lot of time. Let's take the example of the inventory of an industrial engine entering a workshop. Usually it requires up to 3 operators and up to 19 hours to record the hundreds of serial number. With Snapr, it requires only 1 technician and 5 to 6 hours. So we, of course, use AI and deep learning and so on and so forth, but our efforts have been focused on developing automation of semi-synthetic and synthetic data generation. The goal is to reach the data threshold even when natural data is missing, as it is often the case in industrial maintenance. The market that we are focused on currently is the market of software for MRO, for maintenance basically in aviation, which is our original market and which is about $5 billion. We are the only solution that does not require prior data from the manufacturer and that covers both the issue of the serial and the part number. We have a pretty focused team. I oversee the business aspect. Jonathan is in charge of the technology. We're lucky to have great advisor, Professor El Rabi, who's a specialist in image treatment, Professor Legua, who's a specialist in machine learning and optical character recognition. And we are growing this team as we're building a branch in China with Yui, who will manage the branch, and Yiming, with a PhD in computer vision, that will be heading the R&D team. And this team has achieved already a lot. We have Israel Aerospace Industry, Israel leading aerospace company, as our design partner. We have the first international client in Hong Kong. We have 4 data tests in mainland China. We were selected by Israel Innovation Authority for a program, and we are currently expanding to new industries such as chemical with ICL, which is an Israel leading chemical company. So this is what we do, and I'd be more than happy to answer your question. To answer your question. Thanks again for your time.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hello.
Thanks for the presentation. Just curious, right? Because as we know that right now, aviation is one of the industries that has been, very threatened because of COVID-19. Do you experience a kind of this liquidity problem with your customers, which mainly in aviation industry, or would you mind to share some tips and tricks how to overcome this COVID-19 threatening things to your startups? Thanks.
So definitely, it's been a challenging year. And I think that our reaction to that, of course, it has been difficult with our customer, and our reaction to that has been of two ways. First, getting into markets that are not effective affected by COVID-19. And that's how we started to work in the chemical market. And secondly, focus on market in aviation that have been less impacted than the other ones. We were already very focused on China, but we further pushed, and we're right now working on an investment to open a Chinese branch. So you're definitely right. It has been a difficult year, but I believe that we found the formula to be able to kind of overcome the difficulty from COVID-19.
Okay. Any questions else, guys?
One quick question from me. Could you tell us a little bit about how you acquire the knowledge and expertise to move into other markets and categories? So would that be through partners, or that's something that you build within the company?
We build within the company. I have 10 years experience in business development in the high-tech field and in Israel, which means that in Israel, you definitely need to expand outside of Israel. It's not such a big market. So I've been, not this year, but the past 3 years, I've been 10 times in China in various cities. And also definitely we've been very aggressive in expanding to other fields such as chemicals. And yes, basically, we like to do things ourselves because we believe that we're building knowledge and know-how. And this is how we got to those various fields and various locations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any other questions? Yes, please. Okay, so Kate.
Thank you.